Hey everybody, we've got a BenQ MH741 to look at today. I do have another video on this projector where I repaired a problem with the color wheel wire and vertical lines on the DMD. This is the projector's original problem. It runs for an hour or so, runs okay, picture looks good, and then boom, we get temp and power solid light. That usually means it ran too hot, so that's where we're going to look at things like fans, the lamp, that sort of stuff. So first off, I'm going to take the lamp screw out. Might as well unplug the power in the video as well for now. And then we'll drain those capacitors. That's good. Now I suspect, well, I got a few theories. I don't have anything specific in mind, but we're going to check the lamp blower fan, and we're going to check all the fans really. It's probably a good video for showing how to check fans. Removing the lamp membrane, that helps with airflow. It keeps all the air inside there. And let's take the lamp out. We'll take a look and see if there's anything on the lamp that makes me concerned about the lamp causing this. I don't think so. Yeah, see, that all looks good. The vent right there is pointing at the tip of the arc tube. You can see that. The upper area there should be pointing at the tip of the arc tube, and then the back vent just kind of rolls air around the reflector. That's a little up, in my opinion. This should be down a little more. This vent's job, the bottom one, is to wrap air around the reflector. I mean, it's still doing it, so I doubt that's the problem. Could be. I might try another lamp, but I don't think that's it. Let's get the top off. Put that foot back down. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, those are out. Now, just start. Oh, make sure the focus is all the way back so that if you have to take the front off, that's not in the way, but it looks like I don't have to take the front off this time. There we are. All right, top is off. Nothing obviously wrong in there. I'll just set that over here. That fan looks good. A little fan over here. Yeah, it looks all right. The fan I'm suspect about is in here. That one down there. Those are prone for failure. First thing we'll do is let's get everything out. We'll look. So I will disconnect the speaker, color wheel sensor, front IR, ballast control, blower fan, exhaust fan, power supply fan. I'm actually going to try something I've never tried before. I'm going to see if we can take the main board out without disconnecting all that stuff. Can't remember if it's hooked into anything, but oh, no, I can't. These are going into the subframe. Knew I thought about that before. All right, let's get a 5mm. Oops. Then 1, 2. Oh, need a new battery. Much better. All right, so now that comes off. Set that lid. Then we should be able to pop this off. Looks good. Sounds like the mechanic next door just finished fixing somebody's fast car. We'll pop that board off. That looks okay. Set that carefully up there. This is where we want to get into there. I want to see if there's anything jammed in there. Anything blocking airflow. The fella cleaned it. It doesn't look bad to me at all. It just runs for a while and then turns off. Gets hot. If I don't find anything physically or electrically wrong, then we'll try another lamp, because a lot of times it's the lamp. Or at least I always suggest changing the lamp first, because lamps are the easiest thing to replace in a projector. And you can usually send them back if you buy them from somebody decent. And the reason I did that and popped that out is because I don't want to put any stress on that wire if I can help it. I'll put that subframe out of the way. So I want to get into here. So take that one out. And that one, that should release. Yep. It feels okay. That's worrisome. I was really hoping one of these would be obviously bad, but they're not. Yeah, see, that looks good. I'll show you. Let's see. This is an emergency temperature sensor. If this trips, it kills power to the projector. It opens the power supply up. So this is what sends air into the lamp. Yeah, I don't see anything wrong here. Let's just pop that cover off and let's give it a look-see. Yeah, this is fine. What that means is I'm probably going to have to run it with the top off, so we can figure out what is getting too hot. Possibly there's a fan that's going erratic. Go to that lamp again, see if there's any evidence of overheating. Not really. Looks happy. Yeah, it looks okay. Alright, so put that back in. Put that over there. Put that back down. Put these back in. Alright, I'm actually going to pause it here and get the main board reinstalled. and get it set up so that we can do some testing, so sit tight. Alright, so I have the circuit board reattached. And we're going to bypass the door switch by wedging there we go. By wedging a screwdriver in there. Then let's turn it on. Get my oscilloscope, a little portable one. Let's get the meter too. Let's see, there we are. Let's see, menu. Test pattern. Alright, first things first, let's check the fan's power. So, let's see, we should get 1.6 on that one. 6 volts on that one, and that fan looks okay. 6 volts on that one. 1.6, let's see, it's good. So the tack lead, 1.6. Tack lead, 1.6. 1.6. 1.6. They all look okay. Alright, so let's get a good ground. And okay, so that's this fan. Yep, see, they got longer. So you can see that's actually the RPMs. So it's about 3 volt peak to peak. 82 hertz. Is that what this one was? Yeah, 75, it's close. Let's see what we got over here. VCC. 70 hertz. Let's check the blower. That's the one I'm curious about. 104 hertz. Alright, that one's running pretty fast. But they're all running. Let's check the color wheel while we're at it. Alright, there's the color wheel pulses. So that's how the projector knows the color wheel's spinning okay. We should see that. There we go. That's what I was looking for. So that's the pulses to the color wheel, and they should match that, which they do. Alright, so that's just running. Now, of course, with the top off, it's not going to get as hot, but let's put a signal on it. play. I'm gonna let this Criminal Minds show run, and then we'll see what happens here with the top off, how long it runs. We just need some new fans or another lamp. So far, so good. It's been about an hour, still running. Let's check the fans again. .8, 1.6, still 1.6, 1.6, still happy. All right, let it keep running. Hey everybody, welcome to the second part of repairing this BenQ HT1075 that was sent in for overheating. We had determined that the problem was the original fan. The fan blades, so if I can find the one that really stuck out to me, one of the fan blades looked warped or felt warped. Was it this one? This one, one of the blades felt funny, and then when I compared it to this one, this blade right here, you can see where it's kind of warped looking. So this is the new fan. I'll put a link down there for where I got it. Oh yeah. And I can just see it, looking at it, that it looks a lot better. Feels like it's new old stock. Yeah, that just feels better. This one has like a little rubbing noise to it, or buzzing noise. And then these fan blades, they look great. I don't see any of that weird, I don't know if that was heat damage or what, but you know, this one's not as good as this one. But before I put this one in, I want to try something interesting, at least interesting to me. I'm going to put the fan back in, and then we're going to start it, and we're going to shoot it with the thermal cam and see what sort of heat we see, what sort of heat signature we see on the projector. So I'm just going to snap this on. And that should be okay for holding it for now. So we can get some power on it. I should put that screw in. Put that lamp door screw in just to help lock that cover down and keep the lamp door switch tight. All right. So let's switch to the thermal camera. And here is the offset picture, because the cameras are not lined up with each other. The bright spot is actually here, not here, but here. It's just due to the parallax of the lenses not being straight for a $120 thermal camera for my phone. But if we go here, this is all I really need to look at anyway. Dynamic view. We'll zoom in. I'll move the camera in. We'll get a good understanding of the heat. So this is after about 5 minutes. We're up to 100 and let's see, 170, 171 or so. So let's turn it off. And we'll see how fast that temperature drops. Alright, bulb just turned off. We should see that drop pretty quick. 162. So now you got the idea. After 5 minutes we hit 170 with the old fan. So I'm going to let this cool down. And once this is cooled down, we'll put the new fan in and we'll try it again. Now let's get it ready to put the new fan in. Let's go up, power cord, drain the capacitors. Now we should be able to pop that off. I'm going to put the new fan in. That way, let's unplug it, route the wire, we'll lift that fan out, drop it in the box. And the new fan goes this way. There we are. I'll tuck that in. Come on, a little more. There we go. Plug that in. Wires routed nice. Nice, nice, nice. So all the wires look good. I'm happy with that. Put the top on and then we'll put some screws in. Because I've already confirmed that that fan was bad by putting a known good fan in. Let's just make sure I have everything in place. Yep, wires are in place. I always like to give everything a once over before we start putting screws in. Oh, wait, this is the screw. Yeah, need the short screw for the top. Yeah, that's the short one. So let's set the top on. Put this one in. And then we'll put the lamp. Put that lamp door screw in. And then put the bottom screws in. Could do these with the drill, but these screws are so short and the threads are so coarse that it's pretty easy. And I can kind of feel it better too. The older projectors, the plastic can get brittle, and I don't want to crack the plastic threads. So that lets me line up the screw better and tighten it without over tightening it. Alright, so they're all in. Screws are tight, lamp is in. Let's get some power into it. And let's turn it on. And then we will let it heat up for 5 minutes again, and then I will check the temperature and see how we look there. So I'll get that up, and I'm going to let it cook, and then I'll be right back in about 5 minutes with the thermal camera. And here we go. It's been running for about 15 minutes, definitely at full temperature. And now I'm maxing out around 165, I'd say. 164.7 or 166. But it's well under the 175 that I had after 5 minutes with the other fan. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to shut this down and move it over to the other area. And once it's in the other area, I'm going to just let it run for a couple hours. Alright, now it's cooling down. I let it run for about 4 hours. Ran a couple videos through it, no problem. Temperature maintained beautifully. All I'm going to do now is, once it cools, wipe it down and then get it packed up with the remote and its power cord and get it sent back to the owner so he can start enjoying it finally. I've had it sitting here for a couple of weeks while we waited for the fan, but now it's going to be good to go. So if you have any questions about your BenQ, whether it's a HT1085 or whatever, just let me know. Having a good time with these. So again, any questions, comments, whatever, put it down in the bottom. And as always, thank you for watching.